Welcome to the Josh Knows Nothing podcast. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma, you may be entitled to listen to this podcast.
And that's, we please don't call us.
No.
We know nothing. I don't even think I can say that. Yes, like you said, welcome to Josh Knows Nothing podcast.
Hello.
You're back for our second episode.
Yes.
We're not dead yet.
That's right. Yeah. Thanks for everyone who's listening. Mainly family members.
That's all. I think Mom's just been clicking the link over.
Yeah. We are officially on iTunes, Google Play Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Podbean.
All over the world.
Everywhere.
Literally.
I've been looking at the analytics, and we have had someone from Australia listen to it. I'm assuming because the last time we talked about that McDonald's in Australia.
Oh, yeah.
And I think they picked up on it, and I think I made fun of them a little bit.
Wouldn't the audio?
So you're probably never going to listen again.
Wouldn't the audio be upside down?
No, that's... No.
Way down under. So how was your week, Anna?
Oh, I had a week. Yeah. It was interesting. We did get some, I don't know if you'd call it fan mail, but we did get some feedback.
Ooh.
It's angry, right?
Yeah.
It's hate mail
already.
Apparently she was not very happy with our Star Wars discussion. We got some facts wrong that I guess we forgot about kind of in the moment.
All right, let's hear
but
it.
she even has it numbered. So number 1, Anakin's stepbrother and wife took in Luke. So I don't know if you guys remember or if you didn't listen to the last podcast. We were talking about why would we hide Darth Vader's children on a desert planet that he grew up on. Like, wouldn't that be the first place he'd look? Anyway.
Okay, I'm sorry, but that doesn't change anything. It's still his family. He still has a Skywalker last
You know what?
name.
No. I think it's bold.
And on his home planet.
I think it's bold
Okay.
because Obi-Wan was like, Anakin wouldn't go back because his mother died there. There's terrible memories associated with the planet. They were enslaved on that planet. So why would you want to go back?
Okay.
I think
Either
it's a
way,
great idea.
We don't need to talk about it again. We clearly hashed it out last time. But anyway, we thought for some reason it was his cousin or whatever, but it was his stepbrother and his wife. And then number 2, the wheelchair guy is Anakin's stepfather. So, but that adds a whole other level of why he wouldn't want to be on that planet, because I don't think he was too happy that his mom found a new family.
I mean, I guess, it happens.
Yeah.
But still,
Yeah.
home planet, last name Skywalker.
And
it's still...
Yeah,
Right.
and he met them in the second movie, so he did know who they were. But she said, "But love your podcast. It was great!" Exclamation point.
People do like it.
And P.S. Can't use the pantry as a non-intelligent example. This is in reference to signs.
Oh,
We don't even start.
No, I got to. I got to say this. This one thing.
Can I at least finish this nice fan's letter to us?
Let's hear it.
Thank you. She said, can't use the pantry as a non-intelligent example because a human can just as easily get stuck in a pantry. Trust me, I know from experience. I might have locked my sister in one a time or two.
Oh. Okay, well, I've got a few questions, though. How old was the sister when she was locked in? And was she a 7-foot alien who traveled across the galaxy?
Aliens don't know what pantries are. It didn't know what it was walking into.
I still posit that if you lock the door from the outside, they can't get out regardless.
Yes, but still, why was the alien in the pantry to begin with?
Maybe
and
he
second, why? So he
just thought
there's
it was
no way
another
he
room.
didn't kick that door down.
Maybe they don't kick things.
They should have.
Maybe they have terrible hip flexors and they can't get their feet up that high.
I don't know. It still makes no sense.
Either way, we don't need to hash signs out again. But anyway, that was the highlight of my week. So, Alex, how was yours?
Thank you. Who was that? Lindsay?
Yes, it was from our fan, Lindsay.
Thank you, Lindsay, for that.
Yeah.
Love you. Appreciate you.
Thank you for listening.
Yes. What about you, Alex? How was your week?
I've just been trying to stave off existential dread with a stake, like it's a bloodthirsty vampire chasing me down.
Oh
Perfect. So I would say that's an improvement then.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Things are looking up. Mine up, same, pretty much. Let's see. Should I talk about how much money I owe the government?
That's a little heavy for the second
Yeah, that's right.
podcast.
We'll hold off on that.
We'll do a whole depression rant at some point.
Yeah,
We'll just all get drunk and just
more alcohol, please.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna move right on into our first topic.
Let's do it.
Now, we kind of touched on this on our first attempted podcast, but we had no research. We had no idea. But it was so great that I had to, actually look it up and talk about it again. So, what do you guys think? A telepresence mask and a human surrogate. What do you think that combined equals?
That's a human Uber.
Wait, no, isn't that George Lopez from Spy Kids?
Oh,
Yeah.
I know exactly.
I
what
would
you're
say
talking about.
George Lopez, in a way, kind of is a human Uber. So,
Okay.
Yeah, but like it's the demon controlling him.
well, yeah. It's the whole demonic possession thing. We're all human Ubers. Well, yes, you would be right. Human Ubers.
I don't even.
I don't. It's so bizarre that I had to look it up. So, first of all, this is a real thing. This is something that's being invented in Japan.
Like it's
Of course
not a
it's Japan.
joke.
It's always Japan.
It
It's
is.
always Japan. They come up with the
They just
weirdest, but sometimes coolest stuff. Because I feel like they take chances on stuff we never would.
Yeah, like they'll sell anything in a vending machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of those shows that I watch, I've seen, like we have Survivor and,
Wheel of Fortune. And
Wheel of Fortune, stuff like that. They've got like naked dudes swinging off wrecking balls, trying to hit like bowling ball people. Dude, I can't even explain it. Like, it's not.
That's entertainment.
Yeah,
That's
it's entertainment for them, I guess.
That's all you need to explain. It's entertainment.
Yeah.
I'm entertained when I watch it.
Yeah. Well, he is creating a mask. It's not called Human Uber, although that would have been brilliant. It's called the Chameleon Mask.
Oh.
And if you're listening right now, just stop listening and look this up. You need to see what I'm about to tell you.
Do they have to stop listening?
They have to stop listening. I want them full focus.
Plenty of time for them to Google it while we're.
No. Just completely turn off the podcast. Listen to that and then come back. Please come back. Or, if you see it and you're like, oh, that's all I need.
Well,
that's fine too.
They just search human Uber and it pops
Yeah, you
up.
can look up Human Uber.
Okay.
Okay. So basically what this is how they describe it is a mask-shaped display that shows a remote user's live face and a voice channel transmits a remote user's voice. Now, when you're looking at this picture of what this is, it's essentially, it's an iPad and it goes over the person's face and they have like a whole mount that sits on their head.
Yeah.
And it's got
Looks like a bicycle, like a motorcycle helmet.
It's like you're FaceTiming somebody, except you're, strapped onto somebody's body. You're renting somebody's body, and your head is on the screen.
Yeah. So, say you have a Nickelback concert that you've been waiting so long to get to.
Oh my god!
I mean, Nickelback. Come on, why? I mean, you really love Nickelback. You're a closet Nickelback fan. Okay, but you don't want anyone to know that. So what you'll do is you basically would hire a human Uber to attend this concert for you. They'd actually be wearing the iPad, and you'd be seeing it through their. Technically, not even their eyes. You'd be seeing it through the camera that's over their face.
Just watch live footage. You don't need to.
I know. I don't understand. So basically, it's a way to attend things, and like it's. I believe the whole reason for it existing is for like because they already have it. It's basically like a Segway with an iPad on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those exist, but this is like taking it one step further and using a human. Surrogate.
Actually, it's one step back, I think. It's like you taking the human element out of it, and then you're just like, oh yeah, let's go back to human powered stuff. That's fine.
I can't even get Skype to work most of the time.
Yeah. Well,
like Skype, and that's not like having another human involved. Like adding that to the
Yeah.
mix is such a volatile. Like you have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah, like the whole like little robot thing. Like there was one in Crestline. There was a girl who was like in a wheelchair because there was something wrong with her spine, and so she had to use one. So it was like navigating the halls of Crestline.
Yeah, that's cool.
But
But the thing is
This is just
This
how
is
does the
just- I
person
don't-
wearing it
This
see?
is just a way to flex on poor people.
No, how
That's
does the
it.
person wearing the iPad? How do they see things?
Well, so
Like,
They don't. The person wearing the mask tells them, "Hey, you're gonna trip on something." Or,
Yeah,
"Hey,
it's
go
not
left,
really- it's
go
not really
left, go right."
explained.
You give up all of your ability to control yourself. You're not allowed to see anything. You know, the person who's using you as the human Uber has full control of all your faculties.
okay,
yeah, they
that's-
basically say you're at a business meeting and you have a human surrogate, and they show up and they're not wearing any clothes, but they've got that iPad on. Like they're representing you
That's
in like
what
the
I'm saying.
worst way possible.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You have no control over that because you could be hundreds of miles away.
You go to a party with a human Uber, you know, you see this nice girl at the party, you get to talking, things go from one step to another, and the next thing you know, you're using this human Uber to get intimate with someone.
Dude, okay, look at this. Look
I
at this
mean-
picture right here. Now,
Yeah.
and this is a quote directly from the inventor. His name is Jin. I feel like it's racist to mess this last name up. but-
Rekimoto.
Rekimoto. He said that it's surprisingly natural. He said that.
That's
on his
No.
actual-
The most
For
unnatural
who?
thing I've
He looks
seen.
like a broken Iron Man.
He's
Like, you know, in Iron Man 3 where he's like,
yeah,
he's lost his house and
yeah.
all of his inventions and all that. And he's like in the middle of Montana or like,
now that's bootleg
upstate New York.
Ultron.
I don't know where
he
he is.
That is bootleg Ultron.
He's like, it doesn't look right.
Yeah.
Now, the pilot study confirmed that people, this is from their website. The pilot study confirmed that people could regard the masked person as the right person, meaning that
we can disregard the living, breathing human underneath the
exactly.
mask.
So it's like some people might not notice that this guy has an iPad over his face and a
Yeah.
gigantic like motorcycle helmet on.
Hey, Frank, I'm glad you can make it.
And that, like, yeah,
I'm, just
and
not
like,
gonna, I'm gonna completely ignore the person underneath you.
yeah, you wouldn't even miss a beat in conversation.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't be weird to you.
Well, what if like Frank, like his human Uber? What if it was like a 5'1" girl, like,
Well,
and
that's the
Frank's
thing.
like 6'2".
That's
Well, that's the thing. Chameleon mask. Did I actually say the name of this? Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
you called it chameleon,
mask.
yeah.
Yeah. So they recommend getting a surrogate who has a similar body type.
Yeah,
Which
but
I mean, obviously,
I mean, do you just order it like you would an Uber? Is that, and it you have to put like your body parameters in?
yeah. I mean, as
don't-
ridiculous as this is, it's not actually
Like it's not up and running yet.
up and running yet. But they
Okay.
are testing it and they're putting it around. I have pulled up right now the Rekimoto Lab
Oh my
website.
god!
And this is where he'll actually talk about his invention. And
You know, I just had an idea though. So like, you ever go to the grocery store and like the cashiers are all depressed. They don't want to be there. I know. I've been in their shoes. But you know what? I'm certain that we're gonna get to the point where they're like, all right, let's strap an iPad to their face. And we'll just have like a really chipper person just be like, "Hi, how are you?" And they're just like deep, like you can see like a tear rolling from behind the mask.
No.
oh my god!
The thing is, though,
Could you
like,
imagine like you're say you're working at a bank and some guy like comes in and he's wearing like pantyhose over his head, but he also has an iPad on his face, and the person in the like on screen on the iPad is also wearing pantyhose, and they've got a shotgun in their hand, and all you hear is "do it," and do it. It's a like you're being robbed. You're robbing a place, but you're
Yeah.
like 2,000 miles away.
okay,
I feel like
Yeah.
that's
no, I mean,
a
there's
pretty good application.
no, there's got to be. I mean, they would both go to jail, right? I guess.
Assuming that they, you know,
I mean, if they get caught,
How
like
are they
they're-
going to tell the identity of the person on the screen?
like
there's
I'm
got to
thinking-
be a record of it. I mean, you can trace the
maybe.
dude's IP address or something, like, but you can't, it's not like he's got like
Could
a
imagine
bomb strapped to his chest making him. That's the thing.
Not if
Is
they
like
use
the
our
human
first-
Uber has
Not
to
if they
agree
use
to
our
it.
first sponsor, NordVPN. No, that's a joke. We were not
No,
supposed to. You know,
no.
Not yet.
I know we're rigging on this human Uber thing, but I mean, if you need a sponsor, well, $12.
Please.
Yeah.
I mean, at the least, I'll do it.
$10. $5, please.
If anything. So yeah, well, I mean, what other applications could this be used for? I mean,
You could attend church if you don't want to go to church, I guess.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You don't actually have to be there.
Yeah, okay.
you
this begs the
know?
question: how many like how many surrogates could you use at the same time?
Think
about
I'm just
that.
imagining.
Oh yeah, because like
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like if you there can only be so many. I mean, imagine how big that server farm has to be. Like if just like 10,000 people are video.
Oh yeah, especially if it becomes a
essentially
big
video
thing.
chatting.
Imagine a church sermon or just like a staff meeting, but it's all just
Right.
iPads on sticks and everybody's just there
Seriously.
with just their heads.
Or like you could go see a
on the screens.
movie.
Through the eyes of someone else.
Yeah, but you know how crappy
be
that would be?
weird.
Like, you
The
make this other
screen.
person, like, imagine if it was Infinity War, and you make this other person, your human Uber, sit in line for like 3 hours, and then they get to sit through this movie and they can't even see it.
Oh
like,
yeah.
there's just
They just hear it. And
they
they have
just
to, like,
hear it.
You know what?
I think it's even better that the lag. So say you're watching like Endgame, and I'm sorry if you haven't seen it yet, but come on, it's been out for a while. When Captain America grabs that hammer, I think we
Yeah.
can all agree that everyone in that movie theater was like, "Oh hell yeah!"
Yeah,
Now we're getting
Yeah.
somewhere. And the lag on the iPads like so long that like it gets to one of those quiet moments,
And everybody's,
and you just hear him cheering through the iPads.
You're like, what?
What?
or like, the internet's gonna cut out. Like, if there's like a storm or even just
Yeah,
living
what does a
life.
human surrogate do at that point? Does they have to like just freeze there, and they have to wait until they reestablish connection?
Yes, that's a good point.
So okay.
At that point, you
Oh my
own
gosh,
that person.
And then,
in a way.
like, they have to, like, I mean, I guess they wouldn't get, like, popcorn and stuff, right? Because how would they eat it?
what's the inventor's name again?
It's, what?
Some-
Jin
who?
Rekimoto.
Jin Rikimoto.
Rikimoto.
I don't think he's thinking big enough. All right.
Oh, no.
I want to see. Okay, so you wear VR goggles, and the
gosh.
person has a camera, so you get like the 360-degree view. It can do like a sort of VR thing. Now
Okay.
we've seen it certain videos, like Michael Reeves, you know, the taser thing that forces them to dab. I want to see somebody with a full suit, so you can literally control every body movement while you're wearing this VR suit. So it's like you're literally taking entire, complete control of this person.
Like, low-key kidnapping, though? Like,
yeah, we're getting in some.
that's some, no, but, like, what about, like, a presidential debate?
Well, see, if they did that,
Sure.
if they took full control over someone, that would mean
Like, just go. Like, because you're moving around.
because that
in
means
your-
so say they do rob a bank or they do some sort of crime, the other person would technically just be in it for the ride. They unless there's some sort of kill switch in there.
It's like a Gaoul.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's just
That's a Stargate reference for anyone who doesn't know.
Yeah.
yeah. We love Stargate here. Bring it back,
Season 3.
but the right way.
But the
Wow. So
How do we come back from this? What do we got next on the
Yeah.
plate?
Well, I mean, I guess speaking of being a prisoner in your own body, you know, don't we have a jailbreak next?
We do.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I found this little
Yeah,
gem.
Anna sent this to me earlier. And I'm like, I've never heard of this guy, but
It's incredible.
it's too incredible to. Yeah, you nailed it. It's too incredible to not talk about. So, do you know anything about this, Alex?
I
you know
don't
about
know. I'm completely-
Have you ever watched Mission Impossible?
Like which one? Like the new one?
Any of
Any
them.
of
Just
them.
Oh
any of
yeah,
them.
I've seen them before.
Have you seen how he uses the masks? It's like the silicone mask, and he pretends to be someone else.
I think so. Yeah.
There's other movies that have done it in shows, but
It's
like
real.
Face Off. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No,
they
not
don't do
that good.
surgery, just
Oh,
like
okay.
the masks.
Yeah. Okay.
hold on,
all
they
right.
do surgery on that show just to.
On Face Off? Like
Yeah.
the movie with John Travolta?
Yeah,
and
that's what I was
Oh,
thinking
I
of.
thought you were talking about that stupid show.
The makeup thing.
The makeup thing.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that one's called, but okay,
Oh no, that's like body paint and like special effects.
yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I mean, but I
Never
guess
seen it.
kind of if they use like the silicone applications. Yeah.
Sure.
Either way.
Yeah. So basically, there's a drug trafficker. This happened in what, Mexico?
No, it's like South America. I don't know if it's like Venezuela or something like that.
Okay, there is a man. His name
Brazil. Happened in Brazil.
is Clavino da Silva. Did I nail it, or was I close?
Clavino de Silva.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Try harder. Next
Whatever.
time.
He's in jail. No one cares. Okay. So he's currently serving a 73-year sentence for his involvement in the Red Command drug faction.
Yikes.
Okay.
You know anything about that?
Well, isn't it like the Brazilian version of like, I guess, like the Mexican cartels, essentially, right?
That's pretty much what I
MS-13
got.
type
Yeah, I never even
situation.
heard of this before until I saw this.
I don't really pay attention to Brazilian drug traffickers, though, so typically.
You should.
You should. You should. A lot of good
Apparently.
stuff there. Well, basically, this dude is trying to get out of jail, right? I mean, like you said, it's a cartel thing. He's got connections. He's trying to get out in any way he can. And what's that? Oh my goodness, what's that guy that got out of there? He used like $500,000. He's like a super popular. That guy, I'm pretty sure, was in Mexico.
Oh.
Was
You're
that
talking
drug
about El
traffic?
Chapo,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So-
Is it El Chapo? Chapo?
I know he's escaped a lot.
I don't know. He spent
Yeah.
he had this whole elaborate plan. There was like tunnels that they built. There was like a mile something long tunnel.
Oh,
Why am I
yeah.
forgetting his name?
I don't know. Here, let me look. I'm trying to find it.
All right. Well,
you keep
basically,
talking.
this is Brazil's version of this breakout, except nowhere close of nailing it. He kind of goes a different route. So think silicone mask, right? You you're trying to get out and you're going to pretend you're someone else.
All I can think of is the scene from The Office where Dwight cuts off the face of the CPR dummy.
You know, that actually looks hella better than what this guy looked
Oh
like.
no!
So he's trying to get out, right?
Yeah, El Chapo. You had it
his
right.
daughter is
Oh my!
his daughter is trying basically brings him this stuff.
Yeah.
The eyes. What's wrong with the eyes?
Okay, well,
the
hold on. I'm
me-
going to show you.
yeah,
here.
just-
So he his daughter comes to visit, right? She has a bunch of stuff for him to wear. She's visiting him during like visiting hours. And I guess the plan here is that he must go into the bathroom or something to change out of his clothes and put on a skin tight t-shirt emblazoned with a three pink donuts. This is all from The Guardian. This is where I found this story. It's incredible. A black bra and a wig to include the silicone mask. And this is like a low budget, like one of those Halloween ones that people try to pretend they're like one of the dead presidents,
yeah, like
or like one of those Trump masks. It looked like it's not a
They're
real person.
terrifying.
Well, he puts all this on, and his daughter must hide somewhere where he tries to escape, pretending that he's his daughter. So he gets to the gate, essentially, and doesn't have there's like an ID card, I guess, they need to get out of the prison. Well, when he asks for it, I mean, he's face to face with these guards, and he's wearing this getup, and he thinks that he's gonna get away with it, and it's just brilliant. And they have a video of them actually undressing.
Yeah, like he's taking it off.
He's taking off all of the stuff that he put on, like the silicone mask and everything, and it's creepy. All right, I'm gonna play it here. This is from the Guardian's YouTube. Let's see, we go.
Oh no!
There goes the glasses.
Look how creepy that is.
Stiff face.
I mean, first of all, she looks like it. Just, I guess he looks like something out of The Grudge.
Oh my goodness.
Is he talking and the mouth's just not moving, or is that just the guards
I don't know.
talking? I'm
Yeah, that's
so
another.
confused.
That's another dead giveaway. Like when he talks, the mouth doesn't move. The mask itself is creepy, and I would say the Conjuring level of like if you saw that in the background of any
yeah.
scene, you'd be like, "Nah, I'm checking out of this movie." Yeah, I just don't get it. And the shirt is like such a. You see, like this guy, he's clearly got like muscles and stuff. He doesn't look like a teenage girl
his
at
buff.
all.
Oh my gosh.
This
The-
is like
daughter.
human Uber. Like he couldn't get away with human Ubering his daughter.
Maybe
Doesn't work.
maybe he's just got really strong genes and his daughter's really buff. Like we don't
the
know.
front
You know, this
page-
is the next step of human Uber. You know, you just wear like you actually wear silicone masks of the person that you're supposed to.
Yeah,
be.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you wear the silicone mask and then you give them total control, and it is like you
Yeah,
created.
that's
You could be in two places at once.
Seriously though,
Oh my
like
goodness.
a Rio tabloid said, "White Chicks 2 coming to cinemas soon."
Oh yeah. Yikes.
Oh my god. Hey, let me finish this here because I got some questions for this,
Yeah. There's a shirt. Oh, the bra came off.
bra, dude. Okay, I'm sorry. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so he's wearing a bra. Look at him before he takes the shirt off. Right here. There's no difference. It looks like he just has man pec. Like he looks ripped, right? You can't even tell there's a bra there. So it's like, why did you even bother putting that on?
Maybe
He's just
she's
wanted to
small
fulfill his
chested.
fantasy.
Yeah. I
How
think this
long has
is
he
a
been in
fetish.
prison? How long has he been in prison? He might be like,
Yeah. He wasn't trying to escape. He was trying to go to another inmate's. Use your imagination. Let's just continue this. Yeah, like, come on, take it all off. Takes the shirt off. There he
And
is.
here goes the mask.
into her possible role as an
at it.
accomplice. What do you mean looking into her
Look at it.
possible role?
Oh no, she's in jail for 2 years.
Yeah, she better
Yeah.
be.
Oh yeah.
Look at him.
Man, he looks so mad. He looks so. It's like I don't understand how you guys realized that wasn't real.
Yeah.
Dude, he's 42 though.
He's
like he
shot.
looks good though.
Now,
You know what? I've now I'm not prison guards, but I've talked with a lot of other guards for like, factories and stuff like that. And most of them are just like, I'm sure you could get away with something like that pretty easy. They
if
don't
it's a
look.
high traffic area, I think maybe you could get away with
Yeah, and
this.
you just have
But
to walk
this
past.
is a prison, and you have to talk to. If he didn't have to talk to someone, he clearly got out of
Like the visiting area.
the visiting area, and he was
Because-
at the front entrance. It sounds like, but he needs a
like
certain card to
It
get
honestly,
out.
Well,
yeah, it
he had
sounds
to
like
get
the
her
card was the
ID.
holdup. The ID or whatever sounds like the holdup. So like, if she had given him that and then just been like freaking out inside, like, oh, I've lost it or whatever, I'm sure they probably would have let her out too, and then they both probably could have got out. I bet you they only caught him because of that.
Well, also, what's
mean-
the game plan here? Because you get out, and
And now your
like
daughter's
shitty
stuck in
father of the year. Like now your daughter's stuck behind bars.
He was already a terrible father of the year. If he's trying to get his daughter to help
I know,
her break
yeah.
out, like,
That's what I'm saying. It's like, why would you do that?
it's just awful either way.
And it didn't even work.
That's true,
It
yeah.
wasn't even close to working. So, okay, this was a pretty dumb breakout attempt, but this isn't actually the first time. He has actually broken out before, but for some reason,
Did
I
he
find
succeed?
he did. He succeeded in breaking out before. It was in January 2013. There's like 31 prisoners who got out all at the same time.
Wow.
And they were trying to tunnel out of the complex, kind of like El Chapo, or I don't really know anything
yeah,
about.
that's who it is. El Chapo. You got it right.
Yeah,
Alan.
so he kind of, I guess, was trying to do the same thing.
No, he just watched Shawshank one too
so
many
what
times.
is he, just bootleg El Chapo? Is that what he is? He's just like, he wants to like
The B movie El Chapo.
Yeah, he's just the dollar store
Netflix
version
version
of
of-
El Chapo.
I guess. So anyway, he pretty much all the inmates got caught immediately after that. After they dug through the sewers or whatever.
I can imagine.
But he actually escaped along with a few other people, and I honestly don't care about this guy. He seems like a really like a loser.
yeah.
I mean, obvious.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to know about his other gang members, okay? Because here are their names, and it is crazy. So imagine you've got Silva, but then you've got the other gang members who got out with him. Their names are Fish, Spiderman, and Sledgehammer.
Holy.
Like,
Wow.
wow. Like, that's the Avengers movie that I want to see in Phase 5.
Yeah. And then you got the like Prison Mike,
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Prison Mike and Goldface, or was it Golden Face?
Yeah.
A golden face. Heck yeah. It's like, I don't understand how.
Just, I don't.
It's wacky. I think it's the heat.
Yes,
It is
make
the
people
heat.
crazy.
I
though.
tell you, Florida. I mean, you know what? That's all I have to say.
Florida.
Florida man. The Florida
yeah,
man
this is
memes.
Brazil.
I know, but I'm saying it's
Oh,
hot
that's
down
true.
there
Yeah, it's
too.
hot
Yeah,
in Florida,
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
Crazy stuff happens in that heat.
It's just extreme weather in general, I
Yeah.
think.
Well, you get further north and you get like Canada. I think what's
Well,
going
yeah,
on
but
there.
then you hit Alaska and you have like somebody reading a demonic invocation
I
at
guess
the
that's-
beginning of a city council meeting.
I guess that's true.
Like-
well, yeah. Well, I think the daylight is what does it up there. I
The
think.
lack of.
Sure, yeah. Well, yeah. Once you get up that far, like your whole circadian rhythm is just gone, and it's like you're not even a human being anymore.
yeah. So this whole thing gave me a flashback. The only time I've ever dealt with something jail related where like an inmate was on the loose,
Freshman year?
freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
Now, I remember exactly where I was, and
Me too.
I wasn't fearful for my life
No.
at all.
We were just glad
Now,
we
if
didn't
they
have to
would have told
cook
me
anything.
that Spider-Man, Sledgehammer, and Fish escaped a nearby asylum or wherever that guy came from, I would be shitting my pants, terrified. I would hide.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's no way I would move. I'd get out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're not safe with Sledgehammer on the loose.
No.
So, but yeah, this guy, I guess he escaped, right?
Yeah, they brought him to like the hospital, like the doctor's office or something like that, and it was two guys. They somehow escaped. I don't know. It's Crestline. I can't.
Yeah.
But we were in like home ec, right? In Mrs. Bruce's classroom.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. I guess yeah, you were in that class.
I was
too?
in that class. Yeah, because it was like you and Alyssa were stuck in like your little area.
Not a little cubicle thing.
It was like me and I think Daniel.
Oof.
Yeah, that was rough. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that was, and then they found him like across the street though, from the school. Yeah, they found him really close.
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
Was he going to the school? Why was he going?
I
to the
don't
school?
know. They like.
I think he was just near it. He wasn't actually going to the school because
No.
he never came in it.
Right.
We never saw him or anything. We were
like-
just for a safety precaution.
Oh,
Yeah.
the hash slinging slasher is out here, so we better lock up the school. Like,
Yeah. And of course, we're in the room that has the most windows in it. Like the entire like north wall is just windows.
that's just safety.
And there was like a chain with a padlock on it that was
Honestly,
keeping the
that
door shut.
school, you could have punched through any of those walls. I mean, the rust was just you could
It was peeling from the outside.
you could have crawled under the floor in the bathroom. I mean, you could see daylight and grass coming through the floor. So I'm sure if you
I
wanted to
don't
find
know if
that was true. Yeah, the wall got pushed out in the boys' bathroom.
Oh, well, that's why I don't know about it. I've never been in the boys' bathroom.
Yeah, there you go. It got pushed away from the floor, and you could see daylight and grass coming up from it.
That's not okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
rough. It was very clear that it was built in like well, it actually wasn't made to be a high school.
Well, it's meant to be temporary. It was actually
Yeah.
built to be
Yeah,
temporary.
it was because there was no actual walls. Because on the second floor is all one big open area.
But unlike the Eiffel Tower, nobody
and then
loved
they
that
just
building.
added the walls after.
Yeah. But like my mom went to high school there, so I mean, that's been
Yeah, well,
it's been up since like the 80s.
it was supposed to be around for like 10 years, I think. Mm-hmm. It's like
It was not.
the Eiffel Tower was supposed to be temporary too, but people loved that. Nobody loved that school. Nobody loved it.
I don't think the Eiffel Tower is supposed to be temporary.
It was built for the World Fair.
I'll tell you what.
And they were supposed to tear it down. But
Once they tore it down, there's a weird it's weird that I'll never see it again because I spent so much time in there. I mean, I agree that while I was there, I didn't care about it at all. I thought it was
Yeah.
gross. The band room had green floor.
Oh yeah,
carpeted,
that
and
avocado
you could
green
see
carpet.
every puke. Weird high school-esque stain on that floor. It was really gross. And all kinds of weird things happened in that room that I obviously know nothing about. But it's, I don't know, it's weird that it's not there anymore. Now they have this new one.
But
It's like-
also, like, I can't even remember where it was. You know, like when I look at that, at like the parking lot and like where the new one is, I can't even envision.
the tennis
where the
courts
old
are the
one-
only reason I can place any of that.
Yeah, that's the only thing
Yeah.
that's still the same.
Well, you know what? This is a perfect segue into our final segment, I guess. We're just going through the paces.
Is it
Yeah.
another signs rant?
No,
Please no.
we can maybe add that at the end. We'll see how we
No.
feel.
All right.
Okay.
I'll just
Now-
leave. You guys can hash it out.
I'm going to start this out pretty simple. How was school for you, Alex?
Like you mean in general?
Just in general. Like, what was your experience of school?
Absolute hell,
Oh my
but
god.
it mellowed out towards the end.
Good.
Just a little
I
bit.
don't know what that means.
No, I don't either. Like you went from hell to purgatory type situation.
Sure. I went like from like the 7th layer of hell, and I'm like,
okay.
I took the elevator up a couple floors.
You're like
you know?
2 or 3 now. Okay,
Yeah.
I get it. What
I
about
mean,
you?
did you ever get in like What about trouble? Did you ever get in like trouble with?
I don't know how. I mean, like what kind of trouble you mean exactly?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I remember you stabbing someone with a pencil.
What?
Oh, well, okay, I didn't realize we are going back that far.
I'm talking any. I mean,
school throughout my entire
Although
life.
I can't
generally
judge,
like cut off
I
at high
stabbed
school.
someone with a pencil too.
See,
you also kicked people in the ankles and were very aggressive during.
well, okay.
I only did that because I liked you.
You did that to everyone though.
Well, I mean, not everyone. Some people I did too that annoyed me.
Yeah, it's one of those things that
I
you
don't
see in
wanna talk about it.
cartoons. And it's like, oh, the girl likes the guy, so she
'Cause she's aggressive.
aggressively like
Isn't
she'll hit
there-
him, and she's like one of the guys. But it's like you're terrified.
Isn't
at the
there a
same
word
time-
for that? Didn't the Japanese invent a
No,
word for that?
Seriously though, like that's always been the problem.
There's a word for that, I swear.
I don't know
I don't
how you would even
the only
come
thing
across
I know about
that
Japanese or Japan is that they're making human Ubers.
word.
That's the only thing I can tell you.
And we kind of
We also tore them up a little. You know?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's I think it's
They
called
started it, so.
a tsundere. It's called something like that, where it's like the character is like, it's not like I like you or anything, but it's like they actually like him.
okay.
They
Oh.
pretend to not like him.
Okay.
Like,
Are you talking
they hate him
about
or
like
something.
anime stuff right now?
Sure.
Oh, okay. I don't know anything about anime. I know
No.
hentai. I don't know anything about anime. I'm assuming it's about the same.
Oh,
Sure.
thanks for giving us insight into your porn preferences.
Yeah, well,
Samuel
Samuel L.
okay,
Jackson.
first of all,
has a
there's
made-
nothing wrong with hentai. I mean, I gotta, Emily's giving us the cutoff. Like we should stop talking about this. All right, we'll save that for another time.
So How was
How
school
about
for you?
How about for me?
Yeah.
You know what? School was okay. I actually enjoyed it because I felt like it's like I never thought of myself as the popular kid, but I got along with everyone.
Yeah.
Like people who I considered to be popular, and then people who weren't.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't somebody give you microfractures because they kept kicking you or something?
Well, that's because someone who claims that it's out of love and affection that,
I thought there was another person who was doing dead legging. I remember specifically
Dead
something dead
that
legging.
wasn't me.
Okay, see that's
That's some
okay.
other-
Now
I'm intrigued.
I was in public school for like my whole life till 5th grade. I think 5th grade.
until I
had-
was 12.
I
was-
had a horrible, my entire life, all 12 years of it, until 5th grade when I had a teacher and he sucked. I just didn't like him. Well,
Okay.
it's not that I didn't like him. My mom didn't like him. So she pulled me out
Okay.
and she sent me to Catholic school.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not Catholic. So, and at the time when you're a 5th grader, you don't care. You just go.
Yeah.
Now, Catholic
hate
school, you had to wear
school
like
anyway.
a uniform and all that. In public school, you could wear like, I mean, at the time, you could wear whatever you wanted until
Yeah.
9/11. So, I mean, that's,
That
Wait,
was we were past 9/11 at that
yeah,
point.
yeah, that's right. That was 2nd grade. That
Yeah.
was 2nd grade for me. So I did that. I tried public school again. I went back for a little bit. I was at St. Joe's for
It was like was it a year? or
college
2
school
years?
I was there for like a couple of years, and then I went back to oh god,
public school.
public school. And when I was there for maybe I wasn't even there for part of the year. I immediately I was there and I got pulled out and went right back to Catholic school because I immediately got in trouble. And when I went to this Catholic school, I felt like everyone there thought I was the Antichrist.
What?
Because it's
Literally
weird because
no one thought
it's the
that.
Catholic Church. I don't know what it is that
They're
when
good
I
at
was
that.
at mass, I felt unwanted.
It's the X you got to make when you go up for communion. That's what it
That's
did
what
for
it is
me.
for communion. Okay, so I was
get it.
raised up as a Methodist. We went to the Methodist church all the time. So, I mean, there everyone sticks their hand in this loaf of bread and we dip it in some wine that's not wine,
So grape
and
juice?
Grape juice, yeah.
grape
It's
juice, and then we eat it and say
Okay.
our prayers or whatever. So in the
See,
Catholic though, like
we
since I
get-
wasn't Catholic,
We get wine and you don't.
Yeah, but you get wafers.
Yeah, you don't get real bread. You get like plastic.
I would take
you've
the
never,
bread.
You've never had those wafers,
No, I
okay?
have
I could
had
just
those.
eat them by
See,
the handful.
Us monsters in the Methodist church, we would just eat them like snacks.
Actually,
They're like, hey,
Good.
you want to try it? And then we try it and we're like, nah, it's
Right?
It's
They're
like
good.
eat a piece of paper.
The thing is, though, is we get actual alcohol halfway through Mass. Like,
it's not like
Well,
a
that's 'cause you
considerable
don't-
amount,
like if
though.
you just can't deal with the homily, like you can't deal with Father giving his sermon because it's Christmas morning and he's talking about Talladega Nights, like you get a little bit of relief.
yeah,
a
a
little
tiny
bit.
microscopic amount.
Dude, if you think
okay,
that people
so-
don't take more than just a little sip.
Yeah, I think I got to say, I'm not bashing anyone's religion. I really,
Oh, no.
I'm just talking from my personal experience that I felt I had to, so for their communion, I had to put my arms up in like a cross whenever we walked down the thing
Yeah.
because I wasn't Catholic. So I couldn't partake in,
You unclean monster.
yeah, like yeah. And I just, I don't think Jesus would turn away anyone. Right?
I mean, here's the
Isn't
thing,
that the
though.
whole point?
Here's the thing, though. Unless you do that, no one will know you're not Catholic. I mean, that's what always
But that
got
means
me.
I'd have to
It's like,
lie in order to take
You
it.
gotta
That kind of
show
just
you're not-
defeats the whole purpose.
You gotta
Yeah.
flash your little Catholic badge. You got your little.
I'm not a Catholic badge.
It's like an FBI thing. Oh, it's okay. I'm Catholic.
We only get badges on Ash Wednesday, and that's because
Yeah, there you go.
we get to walk around with dirt on our faces. And everybody gets to go, you have something on your face, right? Really?
Really?
Do I?
Oh yeah, I
tell me
remember that.
again.
I still do that.
You
'Cause I
still
forget.
do.
I forget. It's like, hey, you got a little something on there.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I know,
Yeah.
asshole. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just forgot. Jeez.
I don't even respond anymore. It's like,
Yeah. Well, wow, we kind of went off track
Yeah.
there.
So
anyway,
why were you asking about my education?
okay,
Yeah.
Okay, so school's starting soon.
yeah.
So I figured, what better way to get into that by looking up school related
Mm-hmm.
articles and events that have happened.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I was very bored. Have you guys played dodgeball?
I love dodgeball.
No, actually, I've never played dodgeball once in my entire life.
Seriously?
No, he's joking. Get out.
Yeah, that can't be real.
Of course you play dodgeball.
We played dodgeball with Jenga. Like, don't even.
Whenever like you don't
No,
know what
yeah.
like public school, when they don't have an education plan like laid out for the day, oh, I guess we'll just play dodgeball.
Yeah.
So we did that.
Yeah, many times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a game that I played. I remember it was before I went to Catholic school. I had a teacher who was a gym teacher, obviously. So whenever I was in gym, he liked to have us play dodgeball. He would also play. Now I'm talking to a guy who he looks like he just got out of college, and like so he's a pretty fit dude.
Yeah.
So it's like a Spartan with a bunch of grunts.
Yeah, it's basically Spartan 117 from Halo, and we're all a bunch of like, all the plebs that follow the Master Chief around. Like, hey, can I play? And he's like, no. So, no, that's basically what that whole experience during gym was.
Okay.
Now, there was one. Now he gets into it,
Yeah.
and so I'm playing. He's on the other team. Everyone always wanted to be on Mr. Brickman's team because
He's a savage.
he's a savage. He's a pillager. He's one of those like people who came over from Britain and the Indians fear him. So
Wow. Okay.
Alrighty.
It's a bad. Okay.
I could do well. That a level of fear is what I felt as a kid. Okay, so now he's chugging these. He's chucking these balls
Yeah.
like
Chugging.
chugging. Yeah, he's chugging. I mean, he could be chugging. I mean, I don't know. We all talked about it behind his back.
That's a
but-
weird turn. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to edit all of this.
Oh God.
Please don't.
No.
So he's launching these things, and he nails this kid in class in the face. And I've never seen a kid go from the standing position and do a backflip like, before in my life. And I didn't even get hit. I'm out. Like I got hit. And
You threw it at yourself.
yeah, I'm like, I'm done with that. That kid, I saw his soul leave his body. He had to he knocked him out.
Is it the scene from Infinity War with that Doctor Strange lady, like, hits the Hulk and like he comes out of his body?
Yeah, that's exactly what that was. Like he saw like his own body.
Oh god.
That kid was never the same after that. So, but yeah, dodgeball for me was always interesting. That was before I went to Catholic school. Catholic school for whenever I did go, we had our dodgeball games were legit.
Did you ever feel
Because we had like a gym and then we had a track like up above the gym. So it was like we'd have like snipers. We call them snipers, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So snipers in a Catholic school. That's a weird headline.
We'd set up the mats, like the
Things
gym
that
mats,
wouldn't
as like
fly in
barriers and the
2019.
tables and stuff. I mean, and we turned the lights off. We got
Oh yeah, we
hardcore
went.
with it.
Yeah, we went crazy with
legit.
it. Dodgeball was fun.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I'm just dragging this along, but that's what our article's about.
Dodgeball?
Yeah, dodgeball. So, I found an article on CBS where a 10-year-old boy is being charged with assault after a dodgeball game in Michigan.
Excuse me?
Yeah, it's a
A 10-year-old?
10-year-old.
What? In-
So.
What did he spike it in somebody's face? Like what?
No, okay, so I'm going to just read some of this. So on April 30th, so this is a couple of months back. School was still in session.
yeah.
A mother posts on Facebook, first of all. That's where we all hear about this first.
Yes.
She posts on Facebook about how her son was suspended from his elementary school for throwing a ball back at a student during recess, which allegedly resulted in the other student having a concussion.
Oh God.
Now,
Yikes.
this is a 10-year-old kid.
Right.
I mean, we're not talking like,
He's in what?
we're not talking about Tom Brady like throwing a ball at this kid. We're talking like Peyton Manning's dead arm throwing a ball
Is he kind of like
at a kid. I mean, I don't understand like how you could be charged with aggravated assault for that.
I mean, how are you? I mean, what grade are you in when you're 10? You're like, what, second grade?
I don't. It's more like probably.
Oh, no, you're probably
Third,
closer to like
right?
third or fourth grade.
Is this some
Even
kinda, like,
so, like, how much power do they have?
Is this
Yeah,
some
that's
kind of
a lot.
superhero origin story? Like, this is how he learns how to control his powers. Like, he's like, oh no, I hurt somebody with my powers. Like, with great power comes great responsibility. Like, what is this going to be on
I
a
feel
Netflix
like every
show?
episode that we make, we're gonna find an origin story for someone. 'Cause we
Oh,
got
yeah.
Captain
For
Marvel
sure.
first,
Yeah.
and now we got.
Now, this is essentially Superman. So we
Pretty
find out
much.
he's
I
super
mean-
strong.
Yeah, I mean he's now the principal disclosed that the injured student already had a pre-existing condition,
Okay.
so that's why more than likely the kid got a concussion. He probably
Okay.
had something else going on. With
Yeah.
him. Well, I mean he did. That's what's already.
Did he have
proven
no
here.
skull and it just made direct contact with his brain?
I don't know. So after all this time, just recently in what
Is that Michigan?
It's in Michigan, but I forget exactly when. I have the article here, but anyway, let's see. July 24th, at least.
Okay.
She found out, the mother of this child found out that her son is being charged with aggravated assault for a dodgeball game.
Oh my God.
One of the parents from the school said that the kid that got hurt sustained facial issue damage, or what is it?
Facial tissue?
Facial tissue damage to his face. He had a black eye and a bruised nose.
Aw.
I mean, you're a kid.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're resilient.
that's
You'll
gonna
bounce
happen.
back.
And you're playing dodgeball. I mean, what do you expect?
It's not like he has like fractures.
Yeah, he's not dead. I mean, he's just not hit in the face with the dodgeball.
I read there he had something about like a brainstem condition. It says clearly the student should not have been playing a physical contact sport. So why was the kid even there?
Yeah, that
a
begs the
good
question.
point.
So that's what the mother who posted
Mm-hmm.
this said, that the student has some sort of brainstem condition. Why is this kid playing dodgeball? And why does the result of him playing? So if anything, this should be on the teachers.
Oh yeah.
Or if the teachers didn't know, it should be on the mother. I mean, it shouldn't even be up to the kid. The kid is, I mean, I'm assuming he's around the same age, either
Right,
9,
I mean-
10, or 11.
yeah, I mean 10-year-olds, they don't
Yeah, they're
don't
not
take care
going
of
to
themselves.
disclose everything.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't even know fully what's going on.
Right.
So to say like that, to blame this on the kid who threw the ball, I
Yeah.
don't think that's
No.
fair. Even if this was malicious, like even if he intentionally threw the ball at this kid, they're playing dodgeball. That's the point
Right.
of the game, is to hit other people with the ball.
Right.
So now throwing it in the face, yeah, that's little. I mean, that's a headshot. You know, I mean,
Oh yeah. I mean,
of
typically.
course you go over a headshot when you're in elementary school.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, but when you throw that ball, you don't know exactly. I mean, you don't have perfect aim.
No, and think of how
You can't
little your
know.
hands are when you're 10. Like
Exactly.
you can barely even hold the ball with
And
one
the,
hand.
the other kid's going to be moving. Maybe he was running and he literally ran right into the path of the ball. I mean,
Yeah.
there's so many factors there that you just
If this
don't
was
know
like
about.
if this was like baseball, and like
Right.
they were just like standing off the side throwing the ball, and he just throws it at this kid point blank. That's literally the only thing I could think of. That's like, okay, that's over the line. You know, but dodgeball, the point of it is to hit the other person with the ball.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
you can't even make rules. Like I know one of the rules that was put in place in school for us was if you got hit in the head, it didn't count.
yeah.
Because that encourages kids not to hit
people in
each
the
other
head.
in the head.
Yeah.
Because that means I think you even got out if you did that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's how they were playing it, but even then, I remember hitting some kids in the head with the ball.
Oh yeah.
I got hit in the head all the time. I have a big head. You know, I can't.
Why you have all these problems now?
Yeah, I mean, look at me. That's why I started a podcast, because I hit in the head too many times. But yeah, it doesn't make sense to blame it
Yeah.
on.
I mean, that's like if you're a professional football player and you get tackled and it screws up your knee and you charge that guy with assault. I mean, you know what you're getting into.
Oh,
you're,
yeah.
You're literally having 300-pound dudes run at you and try and knock you over.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
wasn't
mean-
allowed to play football because I
Because your head was too big?
No, not because I was Come on, come on, son. No, I mean I was small. I was really skinny, so my parents didn't want me to play because they thought I would get hurt. They always said, if some corn-fed, mid-Ohioan boy,
So essentially any of my cousins.
came like head first right at me, I mean, I would die.
That's,
So, like,
that's a good point, though. Because do you remember when my cousin broke that kid's femur?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
He was
I'm
a
sorry.
lineman and he cracked this kid's femur in
You
half.
remember that poor girl that during the football game she broke her leg twirling the baton?
No.
Oh,
When did
you weren't
this
there for that?
happen? I was at every
I'm
football
not gonna.
game for
I'm
4
not gonna
years.
say her
How
name,
did
but she basically just she was twirling the baton, and like it basically when she was twirling it spun around and hit her leg, and she just broke it right there.
Oh, I
like,
do remember that.
It was like one of the most. So you've got our band, which is really pathetic
Yeah.
at the time. I mean,
It still
we're a
is.
very small school, so I mean, we had more drummers than anything. So all you can hear is drums. It's just
Yeah.
very chaotic, But we had school spirit, or what little we had for being Crestline. We were
Just like
whatever.
five
Good
really
dogs.
loud parents.
yeah. So
I mean, we were literally called the junkyard dogs.
yeah,
I mean,
so
not because we're vicious.
Yeah, the
but-
other team came in and said, "Know your place, trash."
oh yeah, we were the team to beat. Like they're like they circle us on the calendar like easy win.
Like they schedule us for their homecoming games. So
Yeah.
it's a guaranteed win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually fully expected. So I was the drum leader. So my job was to. Let me go back even further. So you know how in school, like especially like TV shows, they have like, senior night. I don't know what that means.
What are you talking about with school first? I need to
Okay,
know.
I'm sorry. Okay, anyway,
Focus.
senior night. Nope, that's what she wanted. I lost my whole train of thought.
Oh,
How embarrassing.
No. You were talking about being drum leader and then decided to go all the way back.
Okay, yeah. So you know how in TV shows and everything, you got like the football players, are all like the jocks of
Yeah.
the school.
Yeah, like they're the popular kids.
Yeah, they run the school.
Yeah.
The principal has no say whatsoever because these kids
Well, 'cause
These absolute chads.
Yeah. They can't do any. The teachers are all upset because they can't give these kids, whatever.
but we got to protect these kids because they're
Yeah.
good at football.
Was it
Yeah.
the grassy high?
Rest in peace, Drake.
Yeah, poor recipe Drake's legs. So our school was the opposite
Yes.
because, like I said, our school lost all the time. I remember us losing 72-0 multiple times.
Yeah.
Now, as the drum leader, like I was saying, it was my job to say roll off.
Yeah.
Whenever we got a touchdown, I would be like, "Hey, roll off 1, 2," and then we would start it. So when I have a football player come at me and start telling me how much the band sucks, because we did, I'm like, "Well, we don't get any practice because you guys don't get any touchdowns." I said that many times, and it shut them right up. Because honestly, yeah, we could use some practice. We do suck. You're right, man. But you're not doing us any favors.
Man, I should have interviewed. I should have interviewed the band for the football articles. It would have been much more interesting.
Interesting. Before one of the games, we had like a little like band versus football team like playoff pickup game. Like
Oh God!
right near the stadium.
Did you win?
We won.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, we had like because the band. I mean, we should have people who didn't want to join the football team.
Yeah.
Either A, like me, who we would get crushed by like another school, and I would probably die if I got hit head on. And then we had other people who just like didn't want to
Physical
be
activities.
a part of a team that loses 72-0. I mean, I wouldn't want to do that. So we had people on there that could actually play. I was confronted by coaches asking me to play because I was fast,
Yeah.
but that was it. I was fast, and that was it. If I got hit, I would die.
That's why you run fast, so you don't
Yeah,
get hit.
yeah, that's it. I ran cross country because
People don't hit you.
people don't hit me. Although it got weird in those woods, but that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
That no one wants to hear.
No, not at all.
Anyway.
I think that. So back to the story.
Yeah.
Okay, so this kid is getting a aggravated assault charge on him. Now, this kid that got hit, he actually was hit by this same kid before, and he told his mom that it's okay. We're going to be friends still. So this isn't the first time. So it also it just further gives my point of like, why is this kid playing dodgeball if he's got a magnet in his head for dodgeballs?
All right. You know what? If any self-respecting judge would throw that case out.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Oh well, yeah, it's ridiculous. And the thing is, they have to pay for lawyers. So she started a GoFundMe page.
Oh my gosh.
And no, not the mother who's claiming, the mother whose son is getting the assault charge.
Oh, okay. Well,
And
yeah, I'll
she
donate.
had such overwhelming support,
I
from
bet.
people that she was getting like a lot of. Just right here. This is just from July 30th. They actually had the court already on August 1st. So I
Wow.
missed it, but she was trying to raise $4,000. She raised $11,230.
Oh my
$230.
gosh. Good
Wow.
for her.
Yeah. So good for her. I mean, that's because this whole thing's ridiculous. Now, if there's more to this story that we don't know,
Right.
so be it. But from everything that I've read, everything that I know, just using common sense,
Yeah. I mean, it's not,
this
like,
kid should not get in trouble at all.
it's not like you tried to stab him.
Yeah, it's
You know,
literally
like-
on. It's literally, I would say, on the parent if you were to blame anyone. But this is just.
Or the teachers, like
Or the
for
te-
not
if the teachers knew
supervising
about
and
it-
like not locking that down. Yeah.
Yeah, well, from the article, it said another parent. It doesn't actually say that.
Oh.
So it sounds like other people did know about this.
Oh.
So I don't think if the teachers knew, they should have not had that kid playing dodgeball.
Yeah.
Now, during recess, it's hard to keep track of everything.
Right.
I'm not saying anyone should go to court for this.
No.
The kid got a black eye and got concussion,
So give him
and
a
all that
detention.
sucks.
Like,
And even the mother apologizes.
yeah.
Like I didn't want, like I'm sorry that he got hurt and all that. And
You know what?
Which
I
is a
mean-
good thing to say, but at the same time, you're playing dodgeball. You're out there for blood.
these days it's like sports, aggravated assault, basically the same thing. You know, so it's a very fine line.
Seriously, though,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
you're not wrong.
Yeah. So this
Wow.
there's only one time in my probably it's the second time I went to St. Joe's. So after I came back, this is when I got in trouble with the principal at the time, and so essentially there's a girl, right?
Oh.
And
always a
I'm a
girl.
guy. I'm in 8th grade, right? Was I in 8th grade?
I don't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday.
I don't
So
know.
Hey,
don't-
tell
the
me about my
details
life. What was I doing? Anyway, I was in 8th grade, I think.
7th or 8th grade,
I
something
was,
like that.
Yeah, I was. No, I'm pretty sure it's 8th grade because I
Yeah,
came back
it was early in the year.
early in the year. I was because it was my first year at what was our high school. It had a 8th through 12th grade there.
7th through 12th.
7th through 12th. So I had a girl come up to me. She was a junior or senior, and as a guy in 8th grade, whenever a girl shows you attention, it's like, whatever you say. Here's everything that you ever need to know about me that I know you didn't even want to know.
Here's
And
my
my lunch
social
money.
security number.
Yeah, here's my social. I don't even know what this means. I have a social security number. My parents told me you can have it. I mean, I don't use it. You can have it.
My parents give me this $50 for emergencies. But
Yeah, you
it's
can have my
yours.
allowance. I don't need it. As long as you just keep talking to me. Yeah, that's all I'm.
Don't leave
so,
me.
please. So she comes up to me. This is like right after school. So we're waiting for the buses to come. And she comes up to me and she's like, "Hey, you see that guy over there?"
Mm-hmm.
Well, she butters me up. Okay. She comes to me.
Of
She's like talking to me. And I'm like,
I
"Oh,
love
okay,
your
this is great."
hair. And
He's like, "Hey, you have such great hair." I'm like, "Oh, thank you."
he did though.
I like your hair.
He had like Beatles hair.
So she just drops that, "Hey, you see that guy over there?
Mm-hmm.
You should go tell him that you're going to kill him." And I'm like, okay. I mean, she's telling me that, first of all, the person that she told me to do that to, he was like a senior at the time
Of course.
or junior in her grade, whatever. I'm an 8th grader, okay? I was even less intimidating than I am now. So
This little 5-foot man comes up to you. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you.
Put the money in the bag. That's exactly what he sounded
Yeah.
like.
So I'm like, okay, sure, I'll do that. So I went up to him and I'm like, "Hey, this girl over here told me to kill you, but I'm not because I'm a nice person." I said it exactly like that.
Yeah.
And this guy looks over at the girl that I said did that. And he looked weird about it. And he didn't like laugh or anything. I was laughing. I mean, I just told him, "Hey, I'm not going to kill you." That's basically what I did.
Yeah.
But that's like what we all do every day because we're not actually killing people.
It's a good point.
Yeah. So
Is that a threat?
it could be. You'll know it. If I say I am, then you'll know. But I mean, so I told him that, and we got on the bus.
Yeah.
About halfway through the bus ride, he comes back to me and he's like, "Hey, were you serious that she told you to say that?" And I'm like, "Well, kind of. I mean, she told me to just say I was going to kill you, but, obviously I'm not. I don't even know you."
Yeah.
And I could tell he was freaking out.
Oh my gosh.
And I had no idea, I had no idea what's going on. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm already, at this point, she stopped talking to me. I didn't care anymore.
You were just like focusing on like, yeah, I'm gonna go watch the new Beyblade show or whatever.
Yeah, I
And
can't wait to
get
go home and watch reruns
Titans.
of Teen Titans and Cat Dog.
Yeah.
I didn't.
yeah.
I didn't. I didn't care.
Yeah, it's the furthest thing from your mind. Is like,
Yeah, I
yeah,
didn't
this
care.
guy really thinks I'm gonna murder him.
I can't wait to swallow whole 40 pizza rolls when I get home.
Yeah,
Before cross country practice, and then
unhinge
throw them
my
up
jaw like
God.
a snake.
like a snake. Yeah.
Unhinge your jaw.
So anyway, it's the next school day. I get called to the principal's office.
Oh no.
I'm like, okay, what did I do? I'm like, when you get that.
You're just confused.
Yeah, you're confused and you're worried. You're thinking back everything you think about your entire life.
Like when your parents use your full name and then you're just like, I haven't done anything in 3 days.
Yeah, I'm like, I
don't
can't
know.
think of anything I've
Yeah.
done. What did I do in first grade? What did I do in second grade?
What did they
or
just
third
find out
grade?
about?
Yeah, what are they just now finding out that I completely forgot and I'm about to get nailed for? So when I go into the principal's office, I am met there with cops.
What?
Okay, and the
No.
principal. And they told me that basically he's like, "Did you tell this person that you were to kill them? And I said, well, no, not technically.
Not
I
the
didn't.
answer.
I mean, that's
Big
not the
brain
answer they were
time.
looking for.
Big
but,
brain time.
But I didn't even get a chance to really explain it. They had like a dog that they were sniffing for whatever. They looked through my
Like
locker.
bombs and stuff?
Yeah, it's like, what? are
This
you-
dog can smell knives.
So, nice searching dog. Oh my goodness. Well, so they're looking through my lockers, and I'm still there. Like, what in the world is happening?
Yeah.
My parents get called. They work 40 minutes away, and at this point, my parents are already tired of getting called for just ridiculous things.
Josh did that.
Josh did that. Josh did this, and it's like, yes, I am a little shit, and I've done things that is annoying. As a father, I'm already getting annoyed by things that my 4-year-old does. I love him, but
The kid's
when you
crazy.
rub poop on the wall, there's like only so much of that I can take.
Yeah.
So my parents are called in. They finally get there, and that's when he kind of goes over the whole like what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently she actually tried to kill this guy
What?
before, and like that's why he was so scared, because in his mind I was a hitman. My like 80-pound 4'8", like maybe 90-pound soaking wet dude
Oh.
was a hitman. And that I gotta say, at that moment I kind of felt like a badass.
You're like the bagel boss guy who got real upset that women were rejecting him on Tinder.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he ended up, I think we kind of became friends after that. We talked a little bit, but
Oh.
I
bonded
tried
over
to
this
explain,
terrifying
like,
chick.
look, I told him that I'm not going to kill him. I told him that.
Yeah.
In fact, that's the only words I've ever said to this guy. Hey, I'm not going to kill you. Like, that's it.
Right. Because I'm a nice person.
Because I'm a nice person.
Yeah, but I think that's just weird. Like, hey, I'm not gonna slit your throat open and pour Cheerios down it.
Okay,
You know,
I
like-
feel like the more specific you
Oh my
are, the more like...
The more
Okay.
sketchy it gets.
I didn't
yeah.
even tell him how I was going to do it. I was just like, yeah. She told me to do it.
It's a weird opening, you know.
Yeah, it's
it's
weird.
a weird opening. You gotta
Yeah.
admit.
Hey, I don't
But
know
again,
you, but,
this is a 4'8", very small, non-threatening.
Justin Bieber looking.
You'd be more
dude.
afraid of like an 80-year-old grandmother.
Like a Girl Scout.
Hey, my grandma was scary.
That's who I have in mind when I say this.
Yeah.
I'm like, she was very intimidating.
She was.
It's bold of you. To think
Unlike
that
me,
you're-
who was not intimidating at all. This guy was losing his mind that I was going to hurt him. But yeah, I ended up getting expelled. Long story short, I got expelled. Right, and guess where I went? Right back to
Right
Catholic
back
school.
to Catholic school.
So
you
Yeah,
thought
that
you
was-
could escape.
I thought I could escape, and there I was, back to not eating paper.
That's where you went wrong.
Wait, what?
I was making fun of the bread, what you call bread or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
It tastes like I don't know, notebook paper.
Yeah.
It definitely does not taste
Yeah,
like,
or like
that.
one-ply toilet paper.
Yeah.
First of all, how do you know that? Like,
I have
why
a
are you
4-year-old.
eating?
I mean, there's a chance
Why-
that a little bit's gotten in my mouth.
Why are you eating paper? Like, why are you eating one-ply toilet paper? That's
You know how
like
much lead is in the water in this
No,
town?
that's like- Well, I'm not gonna
We're
eat-
basically
I'm not
that's
gonna
like
eat
public
retarded.
bathroom one-ply toilet paper.
I'm
Like
not gonna
normal
eat
people.
two-ply bathroom paper. What are you, crazy?
Basically, what I'm saying is people have two-ply in their homes, and then there's one-ply like in the public bathrooms. Like
There's
that's
a
so
certain-
bad.
There's a certain kind of person who uses one-ply.
Maybe they just take really clean. We shouldn't talk about dumps.
No.
on this
No, we'll
podcast.
talk about dumps
No,
later.
We don't.
Not yet. We're not ready.
No.
Yeah, I mean, so that my parents were absolutely on my side for that. Just like she is on the side of her son, as she should be, because this whole
Right.
thing's ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's just using common sense, and I feel like people just don't use that.
they don't.
Or like, it's hard to explain. I can't pinpoint why. That some people just don't. It's like it comes down to being a better person, I feel like someone who's willing to be honest with himself and be like, yeah, that makes sense.
It's just you want to be
Just-
right more than it. You know.
Yeah, you'd rather be right than do the right thing.
Or maybe just think about it before you do something. Like just for like 5 seconds.
Well, and
like, is this a good idea? No.
Sometimes that's okay. Sometimes you don't have time to make that decision, but to admit that you were wrong,
Right.
that's when people don't like step up.
No.
Some people do, but in my experience, not a lot.
No. Most people
Even me,
don't.
I haven't stepped up all the time.
We all
And
have.
I'm trying to do that, trying to get better and learn. And some people don't. They're perfectly fine being just the way they are. And you know what? I'm not saying anyone has to change, but you should always try to
Better yourself.
Yeah, better yourself. You don't want to stay stagnant for so long, and you just kind of sit there in this weird hot dog water life.
Ooh.
You know what's weird?
Ooh.
This is too serious. I came here for the memes. There's not enough memes right now. I need more memes.
That's
There's not enough memes.
that's
I
fine.
need more.
Hey, you
memes.
remember that guy who dressed up as his daughter and got caught in jail?
Yeah, there
Wasn't
you
that
go.
a hoot?
That's that's what I'm
Better
talking
yet,
about.
remember the time that Josh essentially got assaulted by a police officer?
Oh yeah, I never told you that.
No.
Okay, I'll say this just to kind of close it up.
On a lighter note, it's very entertaining.
Actually has to do with dodgeball. So, Catholic school again. Here I am.
All the
Ooh.
good times at Catholic school,
school's
y'all. Come on.
Okay, y'all remember DARE?
Yeah.
What does that stand for? Like
Drugs, alcohol.
Drugs are really excellent.
drugs are. No, that's not how that goes.
No, drugs, alcohol, something, recess, and education. I don't know. I don't know. It just sounded kind of cool, and they had cool T-shirts. And Yeah,
didn't they have like a tiger or something?
No, they were black, and like it looked like it was like written in
The
like
red
paint.
Dare? Yeah.
Dare on it. Yeah, they were cool.
Like I dare you to do drugs. I
What?
dare you.
yeah, and then they would always
Basically,
have
All right.
try me.
You know,
try
like-
me, dude.
like once a year in the gym, they'd bring in like all the confiscated stuff, basically show you what not to do.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
totally came off the wrong way.
Yeah, they were.
Wow, that
basically
looks really cool. I'm
just
gonna do
telling
that.
you.
Yeah.
See this right here? This is a crack pipe. Oh, I know that. My mom has like 5 of those.
I like crack pipes.
Wow.
Gotta collect them all. Where was I
Okay,
putting them?
it's drug abuse, resistance, education. So we were kind of close.
That's a stretch.
Resistance.
That's a,
Such a weird word. Like I know what they're going there for there, but it's just something weird about.
That's right, guys. We're the rebels. We're against them evil Imperials. Darth Vader's up there shooting cocaine. I don't think you can shoot cocaine, but he's doing it anyway.
Anywho, dare.
So
Highly
Dare. Okay,
ineffective.
so Dare, we had a police officer come and he was talking to us about it, and
Yeah.
none of us cared. I mean, we're in Catholic school. Drugs are the last thing on my mind because I don't even know where to get drugs.
Because everybody's
That's
on a drug.
true.
It's called Jesus Christ.
Well,
Okay.
anyway, so he takes us out for basically a second recess. Mm-hmm. That's all I cared about.
Yeah.
I mean, if he kind of opened up with that, so at that point I was all like tapping my foot on the floor. I'm like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready. I'm like,
You just
pounce
litter,
on some recess.
Yeah. Like
you
if
just
you
litter
guys
the parking lot
behave.
with needles or something.
No.
Like
Yeah.
that's the education. He's like, all right, kids.
All right, kid, you got to run. You
Can you identify this needle?
yeah, I mean, well, anyway, he brought us
Yeah.
outside, and we were supposed to play dodgeball. Mm-hmm. So he was actually on my team
Wow.
at the moment. I
Okay.
think he like switched in between to make it fair
Yeah.
or like fun or whatever. Well, I had threw the ball or something, so I threw it because obviously when you throw it, you want to run up to the line and try and get as close as possible and nail someone.
And then
Well,
run away again.
And then run away. I was in the process of the running away part when this police officer who didn't realize I was there. Did I mention I was 4'8" and like 80 pounds at the time?
Multiple
It's like a
times.
paperweight.
I don't know. Okay, so yeah, I'm basically like a piece of paper or maybe one of those bread things from the Catholic.
You're like a cardboard cutout. You're like a cardboard cutout of an actual human being.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So I ended up. He ran into me. Okay, you remember dead legs? When
Yeah.
people would take their knee and like hit you on the side of the leg,
yeah.
and your whole leg would go numb.
Yeah.
And like you couldn't walk, you're like crip walking everywhere because like that's how you know. So, oh, he just got dead legged.
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
no. He's got the
that's-
mark.
Yeah, he's got the mark. Yeah. Well, he didn't. So I realized I learned that day what's worse than drugs. is getting dead-legged on the inside of your leg.
Oh no.
Oh,
So this
no.
police officer did that, and he's sorry, and then he run around. I mean, he's in it to win it. At this point, he didn't care who was in his way. Now, I was in so much pain. Nobody even noticed. I was like, I wasn't even crip walking. I was like Walking Dead, like in that first episode, that the kid that got, or the one that was like whipped in half, and, like just crawling around everywhere. I was crawling to the fence because I was in so much pain. No one stopped to be like, "Hey, are you okay?" I was in so much pain. I was just kind of walking around, and no one helped.
Yikes.
And I was like
really
in
bad about
so
it.
much pain. And it's all from the guy who told me not to do drugs. And at that moment, I was like, what kind of drugs would make this feel better?
He's really daring you.
Yeah, he really
He's
dared
try
me.
me.
He's like, remember this when you try to smoke pot. I'll come into your house and I'll dig like you in the middle of the night.
You smoked a reefer? I hit you with the pain train.
I feel really bad. I literally, until this moment, had no idea that happened.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. That hurt really bad.
But yeah,
One
that
of
kind of pain gets solidified in your brain.
Oh, yeah. And the worst part is it's like a police officer. So who do I tell? At that time, it's like a police officer dead-legged me. And they're like, oh, okay.
You know what?
Well, he's a police officer, though. What do you want me to do about it?
Yeah.
You know, I got hurt playing dodgeball one time too, and I literally just remembered it. I was in kindergarten, and I tripped after somebody like threw the ball at my legs, and basically like Superman dove into like an outlet that stuck out from the wall in the gym, and had this massive. I got like a concussion, like had a massive bruise on my forehead, and like blacked out for like 3 seconds, and it was the worst experience of my life.
See, your parents should have sued the electrician who put the outlet in because you were playing dodgeball and headbutted an outlet.
Yeah.
Dude, this is like 1999. Like, you didn't sue people for stuff like that back then.
I don't know. I felt like you sue a lot of people back then.
No, really,
right?
my parents didn't even take me to the hospital. They were like, suck it up.
Yeah,
You're
take
fine.
a knee and drink some water. You're fine.
Yeah, basically. You know, when your mom's a nurse, people think you go to the hospital all the time. No, you never
She
never
just
go
tries
to the
to do the
doctor.
first aid in the house.
No, she just says you're fine.
He spits on it. You're good. Rub
Suck
some
it
dirt
up,
on it.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Go to the driveway and put some gravel on it. You're fine. Like, okay.
Just
Maybe not
spit,
that, but
spit
okay.
chewing tobacco on it.
Ew,
I had that happen to me
no.
once.
What?
I got stung by a bee, and I got took out to the neighbor's house behind us, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, I got something for you." He just takes out a bit of chew spit.
Okay.
Just gets it on the yeah.
I'm sorry.
No.
What neighbor did that?
That
We're
was-
talking like an adult.
It was yeah. It was it was the Hendersons.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you're listening, I forgive you.
I was about to say like some weird stuff, but I mean, and they're cool people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty
You know,
cool.
if you're listening, you're really cool.
They're pretty good.
I forgive you.
Yeah, I dare you to come onto my. Never mind. I had nothing there. Yeah. All right. So
Yeah.
I had one final thing I actually did want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get too in depth with it.
Signs?
No.
No. okay.
No, this is more of a
Yes.
weird take for us because we were just being all crazy. But after everything that happened in El Paso, why can I never say it?
El Paso.
El Paso and Dayton. Obviously, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure everyone's heard by now that about all the lives that were lost and all that, and all of our hopes and prayers are with them. So I just wanted to kind of talk about some options if you want to help out the communities that were affected. We've got donating blood. Do you want to talk about it, Anna? You're closer to this thing. I can't really read it.
I mean, I can't really see it.
Oh,
But,
okay. Well,
I mean, donate blood.
yeah,
Guys.
donate blood.
People
So,
need it.
especially in El Paso. Why can I
El
say it?
Paso.
El Paso. They are asking for donations for blood, but they've actually had a lot of people show up, which is really great.
Yeah.
They're asking if you can just call and schedule an appointment.
Yeah.
You're not just sitting there waiting around, but with all the blood they're using, they're going to want to restock and keep all of that going.
Find your local Red Cross. They do blood drives all the time. Sometimes they give you free Chipotle.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, but
Worth it.
it's not that bad, you know.
Yeah, so if you can do that.
And you get to know your blood type too, so that's always good to know.
Yeah. Another cool thing I thought was really, really great, Lyft. We were talking about Uber, but
Yeah.
I think Lyft is way better at this time because
Yeah.
Lyft is offering free rides up to $15 to blood donation centers. So that's basically a free ride depending on where you're at to just
Yeah.
go donate blood. So really, there's nothing to you if you are worried about that. If you use the code ELP Relief 19, that'll get you that $15 so you can get out there. You can also donate to charities that will pretty much go straight to the actual communities themselves. So in El Paso, I did it, nailed it. There are a number of relief funds open and accepting monetary donations. The El Paso Community Foundation, they've opened up a shooting victim fund to assist families of those affected. I just want to say I'm pulling all this information from, I know it's a weird source, but I love video games. I pulled it from IGN. They pulled a really good article together. So if you want to go to IGN, and it's right on the top page. They've got the little Texas and Ohio symbol up there. If you click on that, all the information is there. To be able to donate. Let's see. The El Paso del Norte Community Foundation has also opened up an El Paso Victims Relief Fund. So that'll help everyone who was affected as well. For Dayton, the Dayton Foundation opened up a Dayton, Oregon District Tragedy Fund. So that'll help assist families and the city's recovery in general. I got to say, for those who are affected or just in a bad place from these shootings, there's many different ways that you can get help. As someone who's been through a lot in my life, I know how important it is to just talk to someone, vent, even if you feel like it doesn't really affect you. If you're feeling something and you're upset, there's tons of lines that you can call. One of those would be a toll-free crisis hotline. So if you want to call them at 1-877-562-6467, they can help you out. And, just get stuff off your chest. It feels great afterwards. And, maybe it'll give you a direction on what to do next. There's also a National Suicide Prevention Hotline that I'm sure everyone's familiar with. But if you're not, it's 1-800-273-8255. In Dayton, there's a actual Samaritan Behavioral Health hotlines that are available 24/7 for crisis care. So it goes by county, so that's pretty much counties surrounding Dayton. So these are a little bit more specific to right where you're at if you live in Ohio near Dayton. Montgomery County, it's 937-224-4646. Preble County is 866-532-3097. In Miami County, it's 800-351-7347. So if you, whether or not you want to donate and help out or just, you have things to get off your chest, even if you're thinking about doing something that I'd say give it a day and really, and call people and try and reach out before you make any radical decisions. Other than that, I realize that is a really heavy way to end the show.
Yeah.
But we're grateful for everyone who stuck by and listened to us. Our second episode, we're still working out the kinks.
Yeah.
So if you want to follow us, we're on pretty much all social media. We're on Facebook.
Except Twitter.
We are on Twitter.
Are we on
We're
Twitter?
working on it.
We are on. We're still in the process of getting
Clearly.
everything looking good and updated, but we are there.
Yeah.
So
Clearly, I don't run our Twitter.
Facebook, you can find us with Josh Knows Nothing podcast page. You can find us there. I feel like that's probably our most, trafficked. So we're definitely looking at that and updating there.
Check out our Instagram.
Yeah, we got an Instagram that we post to as well as Twitter. We We also have a Reddit page that's going to be coming soon.
Subreddit.
A subreddit
Maybe.
page.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, it is up.
Oh, it is up. I lied. See, there you go. I am wrong. I'm admitting that I am wrong. So
Maybe one could even say you know nothing.
yeah, I honestly, there it is again. I love the
Yeah.
name. I get away with so much with that. But I think that's pretty much
Yeah.
you can find us there. You can message us if say your name is Lindsay and you realize that we messed something up. I mean, I will more than willing to
Yeah.
again admit my mistake and make sure everyone knows what's what on our
Yeah.
third podcast.
Yes.
So if you're listening to us, I don't know where you listened to us originally. I know we just through our analytics alone, Podbean was a pretty big one, but
Yeah.
I never even heard of Podbean before I started this. So if you have, say you have an iPhone, I personally use Apple Podcasts because it's free and it's already there, easy to use. We are on there finally. So when I
Yeah.
first put out that first episode, it wasn't there originally, but it is there if you'd like to use that. Google Play Music, never used it.
I
But-
actually use it.
You
Do
do?
you?
Yeah, I was using.
Well, you
Video
can
Street
find
Podcast.
us on there now, and
Oh, I
I
better.
understand that's a free service as well.
Oh yeah.
So if you have an Android, I always listen to podcasts in the car because that just seems like I've got some time, and I can just listen to podcasts and
Yeah.
catch up on whatever's happening. Spotify, I have Spotify, and I love it. So
Yeah.
I don't necessarily listen to podcasts on there, but we are on there.
Which you can.
Which you can, yeah, and it's a great service if you have it. SoundCloud also free. We're on SoundCloud as well,
And Podbean's free.
and Podbean is also free. So, and that's also where it's basically our webpage, but Podbean is what we use as our host service. So
Yeah.
it kind of pulls all of our information together onto that. So it shows if you're listening to us on iTunes, we know that you're listening to on iTunes because it gives us a percentage of who's using what. So don't feel like you have to use any certain, service. We're everywhere.
Yep.
So,
Well, thank y'all for coming.
Slightly ominous.
so our next podcast will be
I believe.
August 15th. Nope, 16th. There we go.
Yes.
Our next podcast is dropping August 16th. I should know this going into.
Yeah, probably.
Because the last one, I also had no idea when our next one was. We're trying out every week. We're going to do it. But I mean, I am currently in college, got all kinds of stuff going on. I think it's doable to do one every week. Once things calm down, I'd like to try and do two. But that might be once we get a good routine going. So we just change where we're recording. So I feel like it'll work out a lot better.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, everyone who listened and is still here. Hopefully you'll stick around for our third one, but
Yeah.
if not, again, those analytics show me exactly where you live, and I will do
He
absolutely
doesn't- he
nothing about it.
doesn't-
I do not weigh 80 pounds anmoore.
But he is still 4'8".
I am still short. I'm just fatter. So
Wow.
thank you for listening, and oh no, I don't have this set up for this. All right, never mind, I got it. All right. You guys want to say anything? Bye.
No, tag you're it.
Tag you're it.
All right, yep. Got you, tag you.